American farmers have been taking a big hit in the fight between Beijing and Washington, and that may help explain Donald Trump's puzzling message about trade and Canada on his Twitter feed. Lindsay Duncombe joins us now with more on this story from Washington. So, Lindsay, the U.S. tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum are now officially over, and so is the Canadian retaliation to that. So how is the White House framing these next steps?
Well, as a victory, the White House is saying that the tariff plan worked. In a statement released by the press secretary last night, Donald Trump said that the domestic situation when it comes to steel is stable. They've come up with a new plan to protect that, so no more national security threat. But as you mentioned, his tweet about trade and victory was directed at farmers. Here's what the president said. Starting Monday, our great farmers can begin doing business again with Canada and Mexico. They've both taken tariff penalties off your great agricultural product. Please be sure that you are treated fairly. And then, bizarrely, the president says that any complaints by farmers should be tweeted at the agricultural secretary. Now, as these tariffs are eliminated, sure, some of them would have an impact on farmers, and also the ratification of NAFTA, should it go ahead, could be seen as being positive as farmers, and the president is portraying it as a win.
Okay, so why is Trump directing that message to farmers this morning?
There's a bigger game in town than Canada and Mexico when it comes to trade, and that is China. And Donald Trump knows that he's got a farmer problem. The bulk of the impact of those Chinese tariffs is hitting hard in rural areas that have supported the president. Now, that support appears to be steady, but it's obviously something that the president is worried about. So if we do a little tweet interpretation here, what's going on is that the president is saying to his rural supporters, look, I made a deal with Canada and Mexico. Those national security tariffs, they worked. It's all over. Hang in there. And he's promising to deliver something similar on China.
CBC's Lindsay Duncombe in Washington. Thank you, Lindsay. And we have just received an update that's coming through the wires right now. It says from the Government of Canada, it is official. Canada eliminates the countermeasures as the United States lifts its tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum. We'll continue to watch this story and bring you further details as they develop.